Kyle here from allmeatreviews.blogspot.com. Monday, Marillion Monday, August 16th. Distractions and stuff with everything going on. Had a fun little weekend. Did see a movie, the Respect, the Aretha biopic. But anyway, I'm not going to get into all this other stuff that's been going on. But so I'm here today in the random generator. I got like, what is it, like 8 of these left, I think. I don't know, maybe I'll do that after I'm done talking about this album, but gonna do Happiness is the Road. It's Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 is known as Essence, and Volume 2 is known as The Hard Shoulder. Yes, these albums came out in 2008. I want to say it was late, like September maybe. They tend to release albums, well, not always, but it was 2008, and I remember... Let's just see here. 2008, Happiness is the Road came out. There's a lot of things I remember about this album, but let's see here. Let's get the exact release date. It was October, actually. October 20th, so. I do remember this was the period of time when bands were just like, all right, we're just going to give away our album for free. Some bands, Radio had done that, and of course Marillion had done the campaign, pre-order, Kickstarter thing. It wasn't Kickstarter before that, but they're like, go ahead and download it. We don't, we're not going to have a problem with that. They knew that enough people would buy it, which most people did. But so it's 2 discs, like Marbles, which had come out only 4 years earlier. There was a 2-disc version of it. There was 2 discs. It was 2 albums. And at one point I did conclude that, here's the track list. Here's Essence. At one point, the glare, unfortunately, this always happens with the light in here. I don't know if I actually turn the light off, that makes it... Oh, maybe I should be doing these videos without the light on. Anyway, and then here's the Hard Shoulder. Yeah, that's bad. It's not easy to see. Lean it forward. I viewed this as one album, but then I came to conclude, they should just release 2 separate albums. And like I was thinking of today, System of a Down had done that with Mesmerize and Hypnotize, and there have definitely been bands that just did part 1. Pain and Salvation after this did Road Salt Part 1, Road Salt 1, Road Salt 2. There have been bands that have done that. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I think overall maybe it ended up being... I don't know. I actually think as great as a record that... I like this record a lot. I think that if I had my druthers, I'd put together one album. It would be higher. Where I'm not, spoiling anything, but I would rate it higher potentially. But then again, this is an album that I haven't listened to nearly as much since 2008 and 2009. But I've listened to it, but it's not as much as I've always wanted to listen to it more. I've wanted to grow more attached to it than I have. But at the same time, I really liked it. The previous album, Somewhere Else, I liked it more. I was definitely encouraged by that more. And then I can see the albums that have come since, like the one that came after it, Songs That Can't Be Made. I kind of am in a gray area about, like a lot of these albums that I haven't listened to the point of addiction like I did back, when like Anoractophobia or Marbles came out. So, but let me just get into it. So, but listening to it again today, this is filled with a lot of really good songs. So like Essence, the first album, the first part. Let me turn the light on, because this is just bugging me. Even though it might, I don't know if it hurts the quality of the light. I might apologize. But it's very much of like a sort of a spiritual, earthy, ambient album. I don't know if they're listening to like Tangerine Dream or Radiohead probably too, but I think between the 2 discs they're about equal, but I guess I would lean toward Essence. I think originally I leaned toward The Hard Shoulder. Here's the disc, and it's kind of like the last album, Somewhere Else, from a topic, lyrical, tone standpoint was very down. Very kind of depressing. Kind of always depressing in some ways. I thought they were trying to reflect and respond to that by writing something that's so more uplifting. Like a title like Happiness is the road. Now it's interesting. One of my favorite songs on this album, as you look at the track list again, try not to show glare. There's a song, 11th track, I believe, known as Half Empty Jam, because it's not on here either. And I remember getting freaked out about that on Rate Your Music when I saw the track list. I was like, where's Half Empty Jam? It's considered a bonus track. It's one of my, I mean, I'd say the highlights on Essence are, my top tracks would be Trap the Spark and that, Half Full Jam. Half full jam versus half empty. You know, you're glass half full, you glass half empty. But now listening to the rest of it, I mean, Happiness is the Road is a 10-minute song, the title track. It's a staple live. They've been playing it a lot since. I like a lot of it. I like the build in it, but I think the first 3 minutes of it don't need to be there. I think they could have chopped it off in half, even more. I think it takes time to get going. It's a little bit like This Is the 21st Century in that sense. It definitely goes on for a while, but I think once they get into 3 minutes and the jazzy parts of it, it works. Trap the Spark is just, it's just uplifting. It's very kind of energetic. But, you know, like the rest of the tracks on This Train Is My Life, the Essence, the song, Wrapped Up in Time, Liquidity, I didn't remember. I like that song. It's very moody, but... and then A State of Mind, which I remember always liking that song, but I think of this album, I don't always think of that song the way I think of Trap the Spark, or the title track, or Half Full Jam even. But State of Mind has this great build and crescendo at the end. It starts out slow like a lot of these songs, but it builds and it really works toward the end. So, and I mean, Half Full Jam is just an uplifting kind of... I think the whole album should end on that, actually. I don't know why it's considered a bonus track. It's probably the greatest bonus track they've ever done, Marillion. So moving on to the second part, The Hard Shoulder. Let's see here. Let me go back to make sure I'm not... Yeah, it is. Here's showing it. It's blue, naturally, like the artwork. And actually, this is interesting. The booklet is the same, like, artwork almost, if I'm not mistaken, as... Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not identical. Here's Essence, and here's The Hard Shoulder, but they both use the rainbow with the cloudy sky. I don't know, it's a contrasting kind of tone, but overall my feeling, this is like their new agey... There's a lot of music on this album that doesn't sound like any other Marillion album. The albums that came before it especially. But The Hard Shoulder, I think the beginning of it is the... I mean, the first few tracks on this part or this second album... Because they're counting the new album as number 20, and they're counting these as 2 albums, like Mesmerize and Hypnotize or Road Salt or something else. But yeah, the first 3 tracks on here, specifically The Man from Planet Marzipan, I just love. I love that. Some of the lyrics, some of the... it's about like an alien who's... I don't know. Some of this is futuristic. Like a lot of this album was like... written from this perspective of, you know, where we are 20 or 50 years from now. And I get the impression it's a man from a planet in outer space in the, in our solar system or outside our solar system even. And he's asking all these questions and stuff like that. Thunderfly is a catchy, energetic track that opens this album up. And then Asylum Satellite 1. I know that song was very polarizing, and some people absolutely thought it was brilliant. Some people thought it was weird. And listening to it again today, I'm kind of actually on the weird side. I still like it. I like parts of it. I don't remember being so kind of taken aback or thrown off by it as I was today. Although, the lyrics are weird. It's talking about in the future. It's about... like a satellite where people are sent into space that are, mentally disturbed or something like that. And then the human rate, like 90%, talking about 90% of the people that I know are gone or whatever. It's weird. I mean, it's almost like they're writing space music, not space rock or, but it's darker. I never really thought about the topic, the lyrical part of this, but so the rest of this record, those are the first 3 songs. Listening to it again, Throw Me Out is definitely one I don't remember loving, but now I definitely say it's one of my favorites on here. Whatever Is Wrong With You was like the token single, and it's a good track. It holds up. They did play it live a number of times. I really always enjoy that song. It's very rocking. It's although it's interesting. I remember looking at the videos on YouTube from 2008. They did a contest or something. They wanted fans to make a video for that song. I was thinking, did they do an official video? The only official kind of videos they have are live videos for Whatever Is Wrong With You. Yeah, I mean, I like that song. It's one of sort of like the period of time. I mean, it sounds like it could have been on Marbles or on Anarachnophobia probably. And it even could have been on Sounds That Can't Be Made. It's a Marillion tune, not by the numbers exactly, but it's a well-written melodic Marillion tune with a good riff. But again, lyrically, like one of the fan-made videos was about like talking about what's wrong with you, like for the LGBTQ community, stuff like that. I don't know if that was purely intent or the lyrical topic that was it Hogarth or whoever they got Steve Helmer to write the lyrics for it. But I never thought about that. That actually makes some sense. Like it's sort of, you know, trying to point out some of society's sort of, you know, homophobia, or I don't know. But it could be applied to anything, any outsider, I suppose. But Especially True has its moments, and Real Tears for Sale is a great closer on this one. I mean, between that and half full jam, I kind of lead toward Half Full Jam, but I was thinking, why isn't Half Full Jam the last track on both of this whole album? Real Tears for Sale is really moving. It's methodical but moving at the same time, and unlike Asylum Satellite 1, it doesn't overstay its welcome. So you have Happiness Is the Road 1 and 2, and I mean, I'll be including it obviously in my rankings when I finally get to that video, or videos. If you're talking about ranking 18 albums. I still kind of am of the feeling that I haven't like listened to this album enough some 13 years later to know it like the back of my hand. But listening again today, I know kind of why I didn't fully gravitate toward it at the same time. So, but I feel like the albums that surrounded it still might be better. I still kind of feel like it is, and again, I should just make a compilation, like a playlist on Spotify or something on YouTube, and just it's got, you know, whatever it has, 9 and 11 songs. It has 20 tracks. I'd say at least 2/3 of those songs are songs I enjoy, I want to listen to again. And some of the other ones are okay. Like Half the World is a poppy, I forgot to mention. That sounds like something that could be on like our Cities 97 local affiliate here. It sounds like a song that, not the hipsters would like, it sounds like 90s pop, like adult contemporary almost. It's not bad. I mean, there were a song or two that were on the previous album Somewhere Else that I kind of felt the same way about. So, but yeah, I mean, Happiness Is the Road, it's always been a good record to me. I think it's slightly better than good, maybe, now hearing it again. Marillion fans, what's your take on it? Do you like one or the other dramatically? Again, I would lean toward Essence, but it's like a 60-40 thing, you know. Have you not heard it? You know, I know some Marillion fans that jump ship after Marbles. They didn't like Somewhere Else, and they just didn't even listen to this or anything since. So, but yeah, I was just gonna say, so that crosses off that record, and so I only have, by count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have 6 left. Yeah. If I'm not forgetting something in my head. I only have 6 videos left. I'll try to make another one probably on Friday. So that means, yeah, like around Labor Day. So I'll do another 2 next week, and then another 2 after that. So, and then I'll do the big ranking video. So, and I also think I should do a video. Maybe I'll include in the ranking video, if it doesn't go too long, a lot of this vinyl. I don't have this record on vinyl. At some point I want to get it. Course, I have to get it probably from Record Records, but all the I want to do like an update / collection video of all my Marillion singles and live. In fact, that should probably just be a separate video. All the Marillion 45, 7, and 12 inches, and then all the extra like bootlegs and stuff like that I also have that I've probably never shown. So, but thank you for watching. Please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.